when
When
the doctor
the doctor
says
says
You've got cancer.
your whole world turns upside down. In an instant,
I was lost,
you don't know where to turn.
or which way to go.
What next?
Is this the end of my life?
In an instant, you're in a world of tests,
Appointments,
pain.
tears.
I was spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. I would say I probably hit the ground when I heard the words, "You've got cancer."
What was scary was going into the unknown. It just felt, this isn't real, this isn't happening to me.
I just kept repeating, am I going to lose my hair? Am I going to lose my hair? It's scary and disorientating. You hear that, you hear those words, you can't help but think, oh my God, that's it, I've got cancer, I'm going to die.
When I got diagnosed with undifferentiated carcinoma, I was in my final year at university. I started getting pain in the corner of my eye and a lump started developing, and from that another lump and another lump. So it went from no cancer to 3 weeks later, stage 3 cancer.
I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer.
I was diagnosed before my parents knew. I was in the room alone with the doctor. I knew that if I did get that news, they would get upset, they would start crying, and that would then make me cry. I always said I was going to get cancer because it was in my family, my grandparents had had it, but I never expected it at 20 years old.
Cancer doesn't discriminate. Cancer doesn't care if you're 20, 50, 60, and actually that's the problem if I think about how I was diagnosed.
I asked my oncologist, what were your first thoughts when I first came through those doors? And he said, most people that had had a similar thing were gone within 3 months. The hardest parts for me were the treatment, the chemotherapy and the radiotherapy. So the chemotherapy, the nausea, the lack of energy. 2 weeks off, and then I started 6 weeks, 32 sessions of radiotherapy to my head and neck. So that entailed having a mask screwed to my face, screwed into the table so I couldn't move. You just felt like death.
I had 9 weeks of chemotherapy. I then had, at the halfway point, radical debulking surgery. I lost my fertility. I can't have biological children.
I'm obviously living with side effects, watering eye, tight neck, potential infertility in the future.
I went into an early menopause at the age of 27. I really struggle with still having my breasts. I hate them, I don't like them.
I woke up unable to walk. I went downstairs to try and eat, and I couldn't even have the strength to pick up a fork. It was too heavy.
I sat in that chemo chair and tears came. I was saying negative things. I think I even spoke about, that's it, I'm going to die.
I just felt fed up. I've had enough of this. I'm done. I just want this to stop.
I spoke to members of my family about my fear of dying and my fear that if my cancer comes back, will that be it?
I know that my brother asked my dad, is Jack going to survive?
What next? My job?
My family. My life.
Is this the end of my life?
Tests.
Appointments,
Pain.
tears.
Hair loss.
You don't know where to turn or which way to go.
Until you find Chai.
It started to come to Chai exactly probably a week before I had surgery. I knew about Chai and I knew it was there, and Dad had said it's a place nearby, it's there when you're ready, and there's so many things that are offered there that could help, could support.
I heard about Chai from my parents because my grandma had already been going to Chai for therapy because of my grandpa who passed away. From the Jewish community, it's kind of a thing that everyone knows, that Chai is the cancer charity.
Before the surgery, I had a treatment and then I had counselling, and I continued using those services post the surgery.
I needed specialised treatment, different to that of a hospital, in order to help reduce the swelling in my face. So I come to Chai for MLD, which is manual lymphatic drainage, which basically helps push the fluid manually into the lymph nodes to help it drain down my body.
Chai has definitely given me back a degree of control and also independence. I was very immobile and they sent a physiotherapist home, and we were building up to the point of coming to the gym at Chai. That was a huge thing, my mobility, being able to move about.
In the past I was very reluctant to open up to people, but at Chai I was really open to talking about my experiences and how I felt.
The support I've been given, and not just me, to know that that support was there for my family if they needed it, was also very important to me.
Apart from my experiences with Chai, I know my parents had been really helped by Chai with counselling, because my diagnosis had a huge effect on them. There's a really strong connection between Chai and my family, and it's been invaluable.
I think it's the minute you enter the door, the minute you enter the reception, there's just a warm feeling, and that is just in the heart of this building. It's the way people talk to you, the way they interact with you. It's like a Chai family. It's like an extension of my family. And as I go forward on this journey, I know that they're always here.
After I finished treatment at the end of Jan, I had to wait 12 weeks just for the swelling and inflammation to go down, and then I had a scan in April and got the all clear.
Provided I hit 3 years cancer-free in mid-2019, with no relapse of the ovarian cancer, I will then be allowed to kind of think seriously about a preventative double mastectomy to reduce my BRCA-related breast cancer risk, which is increasing with age.
My aim now is just to finish what I started, which is get my degree. It's a means to an end, but I feel like I owe it to myself.
If my cancer comes back, will that be it? Will I be able to fight it again?
And every time you get a pain somewhere, you think, oh, is it coming back? And if it obviously comes back, it's probably not good, because whatever treatment they did last time won't work.
I think a cancer journey never ends, in a way. I cannot imagine having gone through what I've gone through and what I'm about to face in my future without Chai. You have to believe that every cloud has a silver lining, and in light of what happened to me, so many people have come into my life, and Chai have really, really helped me, more than I think I possibly could even describe in words.